we could go up a little higher.
Can you take me high?
Well, good morning, Paula Hillemeyer. So glad that you're here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You will not be able to guess where we are, so don't even try, okay? You're never gonna be able to guess, Debbie Duffy, okay? So don't even give it a try. Don't even try it. You'll never guess. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We are so... Jennifer McDaniel got it like that.
It's because of the red.
She got it like that.
It's because of the red right there.
Very true. I thought it was because of like this little right here.
Oh.
Well, good morning, everybody. Yes, y'all, we are at Chick-fil-A. Good morning. Hey, I'm trying something new at Chick-fil-A. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It's because we got it for free. I get the same thing every single time we come here for breakfast. I get the same thing. But today we had a reward on our app. And so it was something that we've never tried. And I knew David didn't want to try it. I could tell he didn't.
I would have tried it.
I know you would have because you're sweet. But I'm trying it. Okay. What are they saying? I want to know what they're saying. Oh, I should have told you where to go. It would have been much quicker for you.
You don't.
Honey, give me this. Talk.
Hello, how was everyone's weekend? We had a splendid weekend. The weather was very nice. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, got it. Look how quick I did that. The clarity is amazing. I think it's because Chick-fil-A really
Thank
knows
you,
their
sir.
mission statement. Good morning.
Morning.
Chick-fil-A really knows their mission statement. That's why the clarity is amazing. Okay. I knew Hottie Toddy was coming. I knew Hottie Toddy was coming. I knew that was going to come, whether we wanted it to or not. Am I right?
How did you know that?
Because I knew Mississippi won. Ole Miss won.
Oh, I can't believe you even knew anything was going on.
Well, I did, David.
You think that'll...
Yeah, I love it. Don't touch anything. Don't touch the table. Okay, so anyway, so we're at Chick-fil-A this morning, and I got something that was it was a reward on the app. You know how sometimes they'll give you a little reward, and so I got something, and I've never tried it before. I am a spicy chicken biscuit breakfast girl. Spicy chicken biscuit all the way for breakfast, but yet not for lunch, but just for breakfast. But today I'm trying the sausage egg scrambled burrito. Has anybody ever tried that? Sausage scrambled burrito. And it looks delish. Look at it. This is it right here. And I got myself some Pete's hot sauce to put on it.
Well, they also have...
And they also gave me jalapeno salsa, but I don't want that. So I'm gonna try it for the very first time. The dogs are still undefeated. That sounds good minus the egg. Okay, here, thank you for bringing the egg up because I have a question for you guys. This is actually a chicken nugget, egg, and hash brown like burrito, scrambled burrito. But my entire life, my dad refused to ever eat chicken and egg together. He would never eat them together. He said it grossed him out and he couldn't imagine doing it.
Because of the, you know,
You're
parent-child relationship.
okay. So now, I've never been in a situation where I had to eat a chicken and an egg together. But now at Chick-fil-A, they have this scramble, right? Is that weird to y'all to eat a chicken and an egg together? David said, are you going to get the burrito with the chicken nuggets? And I said, no, get it with the sausage. I can't eat the chicken and the egg. And he said, that's just ridiculous. Me too. That's gross. So no chicken and noodles or chicken noodle soup? How is that? I don't get it.
It's a baby and mom thing.
Nope, it sounds okay. Yeah, that sounds mean. How is chicken noodle soup that though? There's not egg in there.
There's probably eggs in there.
Noodles are made with eggs. No, we're not getting down. We're not doing that.
We're not going that
We're not
far
doing
down,
that, okay? I never thought about it. Hey, everybody. Okay, well, I think I might agree with your dad. I just wondered if I'm just getting old, but now I kind of feel that way. Like it's a little bit gross to me. There are eggs and dumplings, and I love chicken and dumplings, says Emily Gibbs. I love chicken and dumplings too. I love chicken noodle soup. But to me, there's not egg in the dumplings because I don't make homemade dumplings. Do y'all? I don't. Anyway, moving on. David, go for it.
Are there eggs and biscuits?
David, we're not talking about it anymore.
So somebody said that they always get the burrito, but with the chicken. So they always get the burrito with the chicken, and they love it. And somebody else said they always get that, but in the bowl form. Mm-hmm. And they said that's good. So
just tried it. Wonderful.
is it good?
That's actually very, very good. Now, if I put my hot sauce on the top of it, ooh, y'all. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Let me tell you something. Don't get used to the perfection and clarity and sound that you hear today, because we are not going to be at Chick-fil-A every day, but we are here today, and also later in this week, YouTubers, Thursday and Friday is going to look a little bit different because the Radkes are going to be on the road. So Thursday and Friday are going to look a little bit different. We'll be doing our show at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, just like normal, but we will be on the road, so we don't know exactly what that will look like. I know that Fridays will look like me by myself. I will be in Nashville at my friend Kelly's house. Remember the last time I was at Kelly's house and she got on the ground and crawled around her kitchen so that she wouldn't be seen, but I just literally took the phone right off the thing and just filmed her. She'll probably put up a fight again, but it'll be Kelly and I'll have a girlfriend with me, and so that should be fun. David
might pop in, maybe.
Mike might pop in, but anyway, but Thursday will be us on the road. So we're headed to Nashville. One of my very best friends on the earth is getting remarried this Saturday night, and we could not be happier about it. I don't know if David is going to the wedding because he loves her groom or because he could not stand her ex-husband, and he's wanting to celebrate. I don't know what his reason exactly is for going, but both of those statements are true. We could not stand her first husband. He was a douche bag, and we always knew in our hearts that she deserved so much better than what she had, and it broke our hearts. But that marriage, but we would have never said that, not ever in our wildest dream. We would have never said that. We were always very supportive of her marriage, even when it was going through some really, really hard times. It wasn't until that marriage was completely over and those divorce papers were signed that we looked at her and said, hey, you dodged a bullet. You may not know it now, but you did. She has ended up connecting to someone that David has known for years, and we just love it, and it's wonderful.
I don't know if I'd say she dodged a bullet when she was with him for like 20 years. She took a couple of bullets.
She took a couple of bullets for that idiot.
But
it's probably too cold for a dip in the pool, although it's October or November, and I was there last October, so I've been there. It was October that I was there last time, so the pool's going to be as cold. So if anybody wants to spot me $400, remember how I jumped in the pool and Sharon Miller gave me $400.
no, she didn't.
Yes, she did. Or was it $200? I think it was $200.
I thought she was just talking.
Oh no, she Venmo'd me. I am looking at your comments, and I noticed that Suze Patrick says, have you found earrings to go with that dress yet? And I can honestly tell you, Suze, hadn't even thought about it. Not until this moment right here have I even thought about it.
I'll buy you any earrings in this store.
I could go up to somebody right now and say, I want those earrings. How much will you give me?
Great.
I would wear hash brown earrings if they made them. Okay, YouTube, listen to me. You spot me $500. And I'll jump in that cold freaking pool again in my Spanx, which is just about seeing me naked, because it conforms to your body and it conforms to your skin color. Okay, I'll do a jump in for $500, but I'm not doing it for a penny less. Penny less.
You might have need to do it. You might have need to offer it the other way.
Shut up! I'll pay y'all $500 to watch me jump in a pool.
No, I was going to say pay me $500 and I won't jump in the pool. I won't show you me jumping in the pool in my space.
Much better.
So we had a very nice weekend. Friday night was very fun. We got to go out. My mom wanted to take us out to eat, and Melissa was with her mom and dad, and so they came and met us as well too. Got to go to a new restaurant here that was actually good. Have y'all been to like a Mongolian type barbecue? You know, where you pack it up in the bowl and they cook it for you? Mm-hmm. It was very, very good. We had a very nice time and got to, hang with everybody, and that was very enjoyable.
My parents went. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say that. Oh.
Yeah.
The kids loved it. We had a good time.
And then Saturday, I have watched more football Saturday since like the beginning of the season. There was a lot of really good games on, so I watched a lot of football. And Rocco and his girlfriend Taylor, I wouldn't say they decorated for Christmas. They did put up the tree and hang ornaments on.
I'm going to tell y'all what. This is what they said. We're going to decorate for Christmas. We're going to decorate your house for Christmas. That's what we want to do. Actually, poor Taylor never said that. That was all Rocco. And Rocco's just like, I just want it to be Christmas already, so I'm just going to go ahead and decorate the house. Every time I walked in the room, Rocco was laid back in a recliner and Taylor was hanging something, okay? It was exactly how I knew it was going to be. So 1.5 rooms were done. 1 tree was done and a bathroom was done. But you know what he did? What it didn't end up doing? They got all the stuff down out of the attic, and that's one of my least favorite parts. And they went through a bunch of stuff and brought it in the house, and then all I had to do was just kind of set it around places. So it actually was a really big help. And now my house it's looking good. But y'all, I'm doing something this year that I've never done before. I'm putting up trees in every room. My girlfriend got me. She talked me into doing this, but I don't have all the trees. So I need 4 more trees, David. 4 more trees.
That's what you need to do. You need to get 4 Christmas trees and you'll jump in the pool.
I need a tree for my sunroom, a tree for my bedroom, and then 2 little trees for Remy and Rocco's room. And I'm going to put those up, and then, because I got enough decorations for them. I got enough decorations for all of those, right? So we do 5 trees, plus kids have a mini one for their rooms. Dang! And no, I ain't taking all that crap down, Stephanie Summers says. And you're right. I may regret it. I 100% may regret it. But I'd like to try it, because I do love Christmas trees. 4 trees. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot. But the kids will be responsible for putting theirs up and taking theirs down, and I think we can do it. But I just need the other trees, and I don't know where I'm going to get them. But I can tell you this guy right here ain't going to buy them for me. So, I had 5 trees when we lived in Colorado, but I left them there. I mean, I do realize it's a lot, but it's going to be so pretty. And
Debbie,
then,
are you talking about the ones that were in the yard?
Yeah, we had 5 trees.
You generally leave those trees. You don't take those when you move.
See, I have a tree in every room and the bathroom, and some rooms have 2 trees. I mean, I honestly, that was from Susan Thurman. I honestly think that probably if 3 legit trees in my house, my room, sunroom, and living room, and then 2 minis, I don't think that's a lot nowadays. I mean, people they do it up right.
When you say minis, are you talking about short or skinny?
Well, I found them on Amazon. They're 6 feet tall. They're pre-lit, but they're very skinny. They're perfect for like a corner of a room kind of thing. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm working on, what I'm planning, but I'm taking it real slow. But I was curious, how soon do y'all put up your Christmas stuff? I should say how soon or how late do you put up your Christmas stuff?
I thought we asked him this the other day.
Did you? We have no Christmas trees. I gave them all away. I don't put up one at all so the pit doesn't eat it. The pit. Oh, pit bull. December. I'm putting mine up this weekend. Don Boss says late November. To me, I'll start little things over the next few weeks, but really after Thanksgiving. Okay, to me, putting it up in late November, it's too much trouble for that little of a time. I want it up at least 8 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Now,
But we've never done it that early before. This is the earliest.
no, we've done this, what we're doing now, first week in November, about the last 3 years.
Really?
You never help. That's why you don't know. But I will tell you this. When I want it down, I want it down. Like I want it down January 1.
Oh, that's not true. You want it down by New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you're right. Why do you say that though?
You just do. You don't ever want if we don't ever do a whole lot on New Year's Eve anyway. But if we are, you already want it done. You don't want New Year's us to be messing with stuff. You know.
Somebody just said theirs comes down Christmas night.
Whoa.
Dang! You're serious about that? She's like, no, fun is over. Put them up.
I think it's funny in all like the Christmas movies. You get the impression that you put the tree up on
Christmas Eve night.
On Christmas Eve.
Why are in Christmas movies are people always looking for a dadgum tree on Christmas? That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
What else happened this week? I was thinking something else happened this weekend that you'd want to tell. Oh, you went to your
I
friend's
did.
wedding.
I was going to talk about that.
I mean, not her friend's daughter's, but.
So I wanted to talk to you guys today about my girlfriend's wedding that was this weekend and the girlfriend's wedding that's coming up. So I mentioned to y'all that we're going to Nashville. If you're just hopping on, David and I are headed to Nashville with Remy. Rocco did not want to go. We're headed to Nashville on Thursday. We'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we fly out early Sunday morning because we found a good deal on a flight. It's going to be a late night Saturday night at this wedding and reception and then an early flight. But you know what? You only live once. We can sleep when we're dead, okay?
We are from.
Are you visiting Vanderbilt for Remy? Okay, Diane, thank you for asking. Actually, yes. We fly in Thursday. We have some dinner with some friends on Thursday night. Friday afternoon, we have an appointment at Vanderbilt to tour the campus with Remy. And then Saturday morning, her and her daddy have an appointment, and they will be touring the University of Tennessee. And I'm very excited about that. I want her to like that one.
And I thought at some point we would drive her over to Belmont, not for like an official tour, but just to kind of show her that's where we both graduated from. And then on the way to Knoxville, I'll drive her to MTSU, Middle Tennessee State, and say, okay,
Absolutely
this
not.
is actually where you will be going if you.
Absolutely not. Anyway.
It's a good school, though.
But I kind of wanted to talk about family this morning and talk to y'all about that and get some thoughts from you. We went to a wedding Saturday night. I did. David did not go because it was my childhood best friend. I think I've told you guys this before. If you're new here watching, you may not know, but when I have a lot of girl groups. I have a lot of girl groups, and we all call ourselves something. My girls in Tennessee, we call ourselves the Steel Magnolias. I know that's shocking. But my girlfriends that I grew up with, we call ourselves the Golden Girls because there was 4 of us. And we did everything together. We were inseparable. And as we've gotten older, we are very intentional about getting together once or twice a year and doing a little vacation. We're very intentional about that. And I'm so glad that we have been because it's so easy as you get older to really grow apart just simply because of life and, circumstances or whatever. So Saturday night, one of the Golden Girls, Sophia, she's the Sophia of the group, her daughter Avery got married. And we went to the wedding. And it was a beautiful wedding. But both of these children, the 2 that got married, Avery and Austin, they got married. Both of them are from broken and remarried homes, okay? So, I hope this isn't too confusing, but like Avery is walked down the aisle by her real dad, who then goes and sits by his second wife. And, she looks over at her mom, my bestie, and her stepdad. Austin is standing up there, and he sees his dad and his stepmom sitting over there, and then he also sees his real mom and his stepdad sitting over there. And so we have two children who are both from broken homes. And two things happened at that wedding that I thought were really special and really sweet, and I wanted to bring them up today and just kind of talk about them, because I know a lot of you guys are from broken homes yourselves, or you're raising children and you're a blended family, or a swirled family as we like to say, or you're a single parent and you wonder if you're going to get remarried one day. But one of the first things that happened at that wedding was, number one, there was zero tension. And if you've ever been to a wedding with different sets of parents, there can be tension. There was zero tension. The fact that Avery's biological father walked her down the aisle and he didn't see her 24/7 growing up was not an issue. She loves her daddy, and her daddy loves her, right? The fact that he got to walk her down the aisle and the stepdad didn't, there was no tension there. There was no issue there. Stepdad knew his place. Stepdad also got to make a toast at the wedding and specifically talk to her as a father. And did real dad care? No, he didn't care at all. But one of the coolest things that happened was the second toast that was given at the wedding was the groom. It was his daddy, and he got up. And you know what he said? In front of everyone, he said, "Austin, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the man that you are. I'm so proud of the fact that you are going to be a killer husband, a wonderful husband to Avery because of how you've been raised. And son, that was not just my doing. That was also your mother's doing. And a very large part of who you are and the man that you are is due to Trey." And I didn't know who Trey was. Trey was the stepdad. And he said, "Trey, stand up." So Trey stood up and he said, "You, my friend, you are an awful lot of what that kid is. For everybody in this room who loves my son, he has a lot to do with it." Now that is a huge, what do you think about that? I mean,
that's really good. I mean,
do you think that's rare? Do y'all find that would be, do y'all think that's rare? Is that more common than I think? But
I would say it sounds like all eight. All eight people.
Eight parents.
Eight parents were in kind of sync together from what you saw or heard. And I do think that probably is rare, where they're all in sync, that there's not one, or this couple is not kind of off, or those kind of things. So I do think that's probably rare.
the second thing that happened at the wedding, and I just want David to hear this because we're going to do it at Remy's. I loved it. We're going to do it at Remy's. I've seen it on TikTok. First place I ever saw it. And they did it at this wedding. When it was time for the ring, the pastor took the ring and he handed the ring. The pastor walked down the steps and he handed the ring to Avery's grandfather. And this started a chain. Music played, and while the music was playing, Avery and Austin just kind of stood there like this with their heads down. And it started in the grandpa's hand. And he just bent his head down and he prayed over that ring, and then he passed it to the grandma, Avery's grandma. And she prayed over that ring, and then she passed it to Nikki, my bestie. She prayed over that ring, and then she passed it to her husband. And then it went to every parent and every step-parent and every grandparent.
On both sides.
On both sides. Now we're talking 8 parents. Then you've got grandparents, right? The whole thing in itself took about 2 minutes. That's it. But it was so beautiful. Then the last person holding that ring was Avery's dad. And remember, he had walked her down the aisle. Avery's dad was the last person holding the ring, and he got to get up and hand the ring to the groom. and shake his hand and hand him that ring, and then that ring goes on Avery's hand. Y'all,
Oh, that was really cool.
that moment was beautiful. It was so.
I had never seen.
I
I'd never
get
heard
goosebumps
that.
thinking. It was sacred. It was quiet. Nobody in the audience was saying a word, and it was just really light, like violin music was playing while they did that, and it was really special. I want to do that for Remy. I want to do that at Remy's wedding. It was just so pretty.
I think that's more special than, like you and I. We were like dripping wax all over the floor.
We had to do the unity candle. That used to be a thing, the unity candle. Let's go together and light this bad boy. So honestly, a lot of people were crying. A lot of people were crying, especially the parents and the grandparents. And they got that moment holding that ring. It was just,
That was pretty. Yeah.
it was really beautiful. Well, you fast forward to
I mean,
this.
I feel bad for Austin because nobody prayed over his ring evidently, but yeah.
David Vaughn. I am almost positive it was both of the rings together.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear. It was both of the rings together. They
Okay.
passed both of the rings down. I'm sorry. Well, then you fast forward to this coming weekend, and we're going to my friend Rhonda's wedding. Rhonda has 2 children, and they're grown. They're grown kids. Her daughter Taylor is late 20s. Her son Stephen is, early 20s. The man she's marrying has 5 boys. 5 boys. And those 7 kids are the bridal party. No one else is standing up with the bride and groom. It's just those 7 kids. And all of the kids are, well, no, one of them, the youngest is 15 of his boys, but they're incorporating their family into this. And I don't know yet what that ceremony will look like. It is a private ceremony. Only certain people were invited. Remy and David are not even coming to the ceremony. They weren't even invited. They're coming to the party, the reception after. They were invited to that. But it's at a very, very small place. She could only invite a certain amount of people. She invited the closest of family, and then she invited her best girlfriends. And so there's only like 5 girlfriends going, and I'm one of them. But I'm reading y'all's comments. I am forever grateful for Josh stepping up for my kids. We are just now trying to mend a relationship with the kid's dad, and I hope we can one day be that way. He has been absent for 10 years. I imagine that is a story of many, many people, But to see 2 weekends in a row, because I know Rhonda's wedding is going to be beautiful, or as she called it, it's not a wedding, Melissa, it's an event. Okay, you know what? She's so over the top. But what about you guys? What about you guys today? As you think about family, as you think about the holidays coming up, and how does that look for you if you are a blended family? What do the holidays look like? What do these relationships look like? Have you been able to swirl your families beautiful, or have they come with some real obstacles? We talk about family a lot on here, but we don't talk about family a lot, and the dynamics and the relationship and the work that goes into it. But when I see weddings like this past weekend, I realize that the work was worth it.
Well, and somebody said on here that's really beautiful, and that it shows that they love their children more than they hated their ex.
Ooh, that's a great point.
And I think that's where a lot of and we've not been through that, so we can't speak from firsthand, but I have to imagine that's where the really difficult comes in, because obviously you had very heightened emotions for each other at one time that brought you together, but just as heightened, probably more, that drove you apart.
Right.
And so that hurt and anger and trauma and everything that can be there, but having to turn and choose your children, you would think, you'd be like, well, I'd choose my child. It may not be quite that easy. You know what I mean? Like, you love your child, but there's so much there. So I do think it's a lot of work, and I think it's very deliberate that you do that. So it's beautiful that they were able to do that. And I think it's smart for Rhonda and Frank too. And they're a little different because they're not 2 families necessarily that
They're living together
and
and
all
yeah.
that. But if you're afraid of that, maybe doing what they're doing in a smaller thing where, in essence, your guests are kind of vetted, if you will.
Right. Oh, that's a good point.
And have it in a more intimate thing to let that be still very special without, somebody going, off. And it doesn't have to just be parents. I mean, it can be Uncle Frank or Aunt Sue's or whatever that can cause
Oh, for sure.
drama and all that kind
Well,
of stuff.
Jana says, I am so blessed that Troy and Sarah's dad get along so well. Sarah has a wonderful dad and a wonderful stepdad. Even my ex's mother loves Troy. Okay, can we just talk about, like, that's a dynamic. Like, we're talking about stepmom and stepdad, but then there's step-grandma. And even when step-grandma, right?
Wow, that's
is not scared to go to Troy and pick up a kid or drop a Christmas gift off. I mean, this is such a weight. It must be such a weight off of a child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to put drama aside for your children. This is a lovely Radke show. You look great, and it's also beautifully normal and lovely conversations. Molly, you're a doll. Thank you.
That kind of sounds.
Okay over here?
Yes, thank
Y'all
you.
need anything?
I'm okay. Thank you. I love this comment. The candle lighters in my BFF's wedding lit the tool on fire at the altar. She submitted the video to America's Funniest Videos and won $10,000.
Nice.
That is awesome. That is so great.
This is off wedding, but was it a Christmas Eve service
It was
Or,
a New Year's Eve
or
service.
New Year's Eve service? Go ahead.
I was holding it was very sacred. There was a lot of candles everywhere, and I was holding, and it was going to be candle lit New Year's, and me and Melba were singing. My mom was playing the piano, and we were sharing the sheet music, and mine just went right up and just caught the sheet music on fire. And so this is exactly like, just hold it like you're worshiping, like you're singing, and Melba was going like this. Today she says, Christina says, it's really very hard. It doesn't matter what kind of family you have to choose to love them even in the hardest times. Today, parenting has already kicked my butt. Well, girl, we are here for you. We are here for you, and I'm sorry that it's been so hard, but you wrote such an important word. You wrote such an important word. Friday, David and I went to lunch. And in the middle of our lunch, I knew that I needed to talk to David about something serious. And so I said, hey, can we and he knew it was coming. I was like, hey, can we have a talk? And we both put our defenses down and have a conversation. And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being effortless. That was an effortless conversation. This was a 4. It wasn't effortless. It was hard. We were angry at each other.
That's weird. You should have done the numbers.
Anyway, it was a tense conversation. We left the restaurant after eating our lunch. We got in the car and we weren't talking. And what was the one thing I said to you after about 10 minutes of silence in the car?
You're such a no. She held her hand over and she said, "I choose you."
And he put his hand in mine and he said, I choose you too. Because it's a choice, isn't it? It's a choice. It's a choice, it's a choice, it's a choice. And we get the free will. We've been given the chance to make that decision. And even when it's hard, it's him I choose. And even when it's rough, it's him I choose. And even when we're broke, it's him I choose. And even when we're sick, it's him I choose. And even when we're angry, it's him I choose. And it's the same way with our families.
I think we can focus too much on love and emotions. Obviously, we want love and emotions and want to feel butterflies and all that kind of stuff. But that stuff fades. So I mean, it's so not true love, but those feelings of love, the emotions, and emotions will lie to you,
Every
and they
single
will
time.
screw you over. And that can be your emotions because you were treated wrong at a job, somebody hurt you in a friendship, in a relationship. They will lie to you. And so yeah, making that choice. It's not always easy, but making the choice is.
Melanie Waltz just wrote, parenting is kicking my butt right now. So Christina, I hope that speaks to you. Melanie has 2 kids. They're teenagers, they're off at college. You would think she doesn't have an issue in the world with them. They don't seem to be, like, I mean, you don't look at her kids and think, oh, there's a problem,
She's only had to bail one of them out like 2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
So.
But people are going through it. But
And
anyway.
I think that's why something like today, or something like the Radke show, or the Radke family, those things are so important, because you realize we're not alone. That we kind of can isolate ourselves because we're busy, or our family, or work, or whatever the case is, health, and we isolate ourselves and we think, I'm the only one going through this. No one understands. I'm so lonely. I'm not, all these things. But all you have to do is kind of put yourself out there just a little bit, and you'll realize I am not at all the only one going through this. And I think that brings comfort to everybody.
For sure.
That it's not just me, that the world hates, God hates, whatever goes.
Well, you guys have a wonderful Monday. I'm so glad we got to have this conversation today, and I hope that it meant something to somebody. So have a wonderful Monday. Thank you for watching The Radke Show. We don't have a golden moment, because every moment with us is golden. Okay? Have a wonderful day, and we will see you right back here tomorrow. Well, maybe not right here.
But
Well, I don't know.
Hey,
maybe.
Be thinking about Wednesday. Send in we're here for you Wednesday questions.
Please, y'all.
Melissa at melissaradke.com. It can be funny, it can be serious, it can be anything in between. So
Send them in, you guys. Love y'all.
see
Bye.
ya.